Hey, everybody. Whoa, hey now. What am I doing? No, we start in the regression. I know where we go. You don't tell me where we go. I know where we go. And where we go is to the infinite regression. This is where we start. You stare into here, looking into the depths of your soul, feeling all of its nooks and crannies and secret tight bits, and being like, man, I don't necessarily feel bad, but there's like a lot of this stuff. You know, you look back and you're like, oh God, this goes on a ways. Anyway, I don't know. That's how you feel. I feel my ways about the regression. You feel your ways. Everybody experiences it differently. Anyway, we need to get this going because we're having Weekend Type Fun Volume 16. Volume 16. God dang. Gall darn it, people. Gall darn it. Anyway, you know what needs to happen. Always needs to happen this time. I made very specific threats against this man's most loved ones so that he knows we're not screwing around this week, and he's just going to do the voice and not make a big old fuss like he did last time. So, if you would please, sir. Weekend Type Fun, Volume 16. The Heart of the Bambinas. Anyway, that's fun. That's a good time, right? Is have host Ram Pamlerov. Okay, that's a picture of me. Your host, Rem Pemberton, clearly. It's Rem Pemberton of the Clemson Pembertons. It's not Ram Pambler. What's this? Is have host? Braxton? Where's Braxton? He what? No, that doesn't sound like something I'd sign off on. Oh, you didn't even run it past me? Well, that's why I didn't think that I had heard. Okay, well, that's... Whoo. All right. Thanks for springing that on me last second, Chaz. Springing what, says the audience. Oh, you're about to find out if you're not already suspicious. You know, like if you're in my listening audience, which you are not, because you don't exist, I have no audience. I like it that way. This is for me. I was doing things earlier tonight. I was giving myself chuckles. I gave myself chuckles at myself. I was laughing at things that I was doing that I found comedical. And that's the true syrup. The true syrup. Remember how Jesus was always like, find the true syrup and then do that. Like slurp it up. Pretty sure that's in Contusions. The epistle of the Apostle Paul to the Contusions. Anyway, you know what's funny is that there's all kinds of contusions, but I know when I said contusions, you immediately thought of the rectal contusions, the anal contusions. Why are you so weird with the butt stuff? All right, that's on you, audience. I know my audience, and they are weird. Y'all are weird. I see you. I have seen you. And, oh boy. What a bunch of weirdos. Anyway, yeah. I am Rem Pemberton. That is my picture. I'm hosting, as always. Welcome to the thing. Is have the singer make the theme song now. Okay. I am automatically so suspicious.
This has always been the theme song. This has always been the theme. This has always been the theme theme song. This has always been the theme.
Oh, that little cha. Oh, how I live for that little cha, don't we all, people? Don't we all? It's the little chas in life. Those are the things that get us through. You know, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, God, the existential dread. How am I going to put one foot in front of the other? How am I going to face another day when I know that each beat of my heart is one beat closer to the last, that each step I take is one step closer to the grave, and ultimately what will it mean? What will my life have meant at the time of my death? The inevitable death that awaits me. And you stare into that abyss, and you realize that all will have been for naught. It means nothing. It is nothing. It was nothing. And it shall return to nothing. But you know, it's the little cha, you know, that part, that, you know, it almost makes you feel like it's, worth it somehow. I mean, it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. But, you know, delusion. All right, moving onward and upwardly. You lucky so-and-so, here we go. What? I command you to be clicked. Your writer is gone the vacation. Your runner of show is make the dealing with low of cost writer from Kurzbekistovia. Kurzbekistovia is that's like a new separatist from a former Soviet republic. Okay, I can't even keep track of what is happening in that crazy part of the globe. This country, it might not exist by this time next week, for all we know. Anyway, no worry for you. There is no different from our comedy jokings to those of you have done in other time. Well, okay. Look, if you know one thing about Rem Pemberton, and you don't, and you shouldn't, and why would you, and what are you doing with that life of yours? But if you know one thing about Rem Pemberton, you know that he has a master's degree in English. And these sort of ridiculously, poorly, awfully, terribly, horribly, naughtily, nastily, disgustingly gross bits of writing that I have to read, and that stringing together of adjectives is, you know, dubious in its construction. Anyway, as was the interjection I just made. Anyway, I'm thinking in terms of how I would punctuate these sentences, or perhaps this one very long run-on type ridiculous stupid rule-breaking sentence. Anyway, but yeah, as a person who has thoughts about grammar, this is going to drive me crazy. This is going to drive me nuts, oh bananas. I don't know who wrote this. Is some guy of low cost from Kurzbekistovia? Aren't they like an aspiring nuclear power that is an open threat to the United Nations? I mean, I don't know much about what's happening on that side of the world, but I do know that. Anyway, I don't know why I turned into Paul Lynde there at the end. I don't know. Well, certainly not going to make out with another man. Oh my God, that's not even a very good Paul Lynde. I mean, I was doing the face, and the face was like, It was on. The voice was like all over the map. It was not there. You would have to be somebody who doesn't know who Paul Lynde is to hear that and be like, "Oh, I get it. I get it what Paul Lynde is all about." That's the only way that you would accept that as an impression that is in any way acceptable. But if you saw the face, you'd be like, "Yee, maybe we give him a little credit." Anyway, yeah. Here we go. Moving on. Pleased to have play Uzbekistovian national anthem now. That is a lively, colorful flag there. Say that much. Do we have their national anthem? I'm being told we have their national anthem. I mean, I guess stand if you want to be kind and sort of pay tribute to the country of origin from which this week's jokes come. That was grammatically correct. That made perfect sense. You get the frick out. I punctuate any which way I please. Anyway, don't get in the habit of trying to punctuate your everyday speech. Because it's a terrible idea. Because people don't communicate in full sentences all the time. When you're communicating like a normal person, things pick up, they put down, thoughts weave in and out. It's very loose structurally. And so punctuating such things would be a nightmare. And speaking the way that you write is insane. If you write in a very academic style, like you read academic writing and it makes perfect sense, provided you have been taught to think like an academic, and it's very to the point and direct, but only if you have the requisite background knowledge to understand what the crap it's talking about. Yeah. And in that sense, it's very straightforward. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They have a flag there. We're going to play the Uzbekistovian national anthem. I guess, what do we choke a chicken while we do this? Oh, that has a double meaning. People might think, no, it just looks, the flag. Well, I guess he doesn't have it by the neck per se, but I mean, an innocent bystander might think he's strangling or indeed choking a chicken. Am I wrong? I mean, I'm not trying to be rude here. I mean, we're not putting on a Howard Stern show. I mean, come on. Anyway, we're gonna play this national anthem. As you know, the many of the former Soviet republics have very beautiful national anthems, as their history and classical music is very rich and deep. I'm sure this one will be lovely. So stand if you feel like it. Don't stand if you don't feel like it. It's a free country here. Over there, maybe not as much. I'm guessing by the location in the world and the colors of the flag. They have certain implications, but, we'll see. We'll see. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully we will all be enjoying a lovely national anthem. Please rise or not for it now. And if you have the urge to grab a male bird, some sort, feel free to do so. Anyway, national anthem. Here we go. Here we go. Are we going? Are we gonna go? Is it go? Is it go time? Hey, I'm I'm not messing around here, but come here. Anthem. I have it. Okay, it's on there. Okay, we're gonna open that with let's open with VLC. It opens everything.
Slash peas that's Huey Mudak dan Zoba Yibat Gaga Bliat.
Oh shit. What? That British is that British guy saying that in the background? Is that part of the national anthem? That's a naughty word. You didn't say that on my show. I'm Rem Pemberton of the Clemson Pembertons. I have a certain standing in the community to uphold. Anyway, that national anthem was a tiny bit more discordant than I had hoped, but well, maybe it was a 12-tone thing, and we just heard something ingenious, one of those ingenious bits of atonal music that has no melodic center and just blasts at your face, and you just sort of deal with whatever emotions about your father that dredges up. Anyway, yeah, anthem. It's your country. Do what you want with it, I guess. Lyrics for You Sing the Anthem. This looks like a 1950s spy document. That's what that looks like. I have no idea. I couldn't possibly. Translative lyrics for Americans who do not speak mother tongue. Okay, so these are the lyrics. Boy, they are really, before we dive into this, our writers, I'm used to dealing with Braxton, those of you who've tuned in before, our very white-faced writer, Braxton White Guy. He's not here. He's not going to put up a fight this week, right? Chaz, I'm talking to you. Look, act like you work here. God, surrounded by white people, they're all entitled. They all think that they run the freaking place. And, none of them are the talent, are they? I'm the talent. And based on the way they treat me, you wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think that I was the one that, any sensible operation would handle with kid gloves and call me sir and bring me waters and things. But yeah, not here. Not here. Telling you. Anyway, so yeah, let's just say that, if you're gonna buy jokes and things from one of these, Eastern Bloc, type of countries, you need to, you really, really need to sort of sort through things. You know what I'm saying? Chaz, I mean, do you think this is what our audience wants? You think they want patriotic stuff from the, chicken choking spy country? Look, no, I don't. Once again, I don't mean it in that way. They have the chicken. If I grabbed you with a massive hand around your trunkle's truncated area and grabbed you there and squoze, it'd compress your lungs and you wouldn't be able to breathe, and you'd be like, oh yeah, that is definitely the same. Definitely the same as choking. Still choking with the compressed lungs. Doesn't matter that my neck feels fine. Anyway, yeah, still choking. So I'm not being rude. I'm just saying what I said before. Chicken choking, spy country. Okay, this is their national anthem. They really wanted us to do this. Let's do this. We'll get it over with. Hopefully the audience hasn't already read this and gotten bored by it already. So, yeah. Whew. I'm going to let Braxton have an earful when he gets back, I tell you. Man, that guy, he is going to get it. He's going to get it. I will have it in hand. I will have opened the Amazon box that it came in. I will have popped all those unnecessary giant bubbles that they use to try and justify how big of a friggin' box they sent it in. I will take off this bubble wrap. I will take it out. And then I will remember what I was talking about. What was I even talking about? I don't even know. I think I was attempting some sort of comedy, some sort of ha 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 ha. You know how people do ha 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 ha. It's an annual celebration of olden time. Come together the one time of year. Oh, here we are, Papa. We are in the town square, and the year is the year of our Dark Lord, 1271. Let us all join in our annual one thing that we all think is hilarious at the same time. Think of it. Ha 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 ha. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You know what's sad? You know what's the ha 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 ha, the one thing that they all thought of together? We're talking, this is like old-timey 13th century village full of people coming together to all think the same thing. They're all then in the town square there, and they all got to think the same thing, and they all think of that face that Uncle Jesse pulled on Full House, and then they all were like, oh, that was mildly entertaining, mildly, but given the fact that it is the 13th century and our only other means of entertainment are staring into fires, reading the Bible until we get fanatical enough to want to burn witches, and then going and getting witches, and then using the witches to stoke the fires into which we were staring previously. You know the ones I mentioned at the first, the fires. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, look, people, don't get sidetracked. Why are you getting sidetracked? Why are you getting me off topic? I was just about to say the lyrics to the national anthem of Czechoslovakia. We're gonna hit it and quit it. We're just gonna get through it real quick, and we're gonna be done. We're not gonna quibble. We're not gonna quabble. We're not gonna whiffle. We're not gonna waffle. We're not gonna snazzle. We're not gonna snoozle. We're not gonna make up other Dr. Seussy words. We're not going to sing anything from the score of the hit musical Seussical. That's a promise that I make to you. Let's read these friggin' words on this slide. Hail, hail, Czechoslovakia. It is a place of we come from. We all have same positive feeling about glorious leader. He wears the bearskin hat, and if other mans dare to take it from his head, They will become new glorious leader. But last guy who tried to take hat is death from machine gun bullets in face. If we do not want machine gun bullets in face, we will sing this song with pride. Hail, hail, Krzbekistovia. We have the birth here, and so we have pride of Krzbekistovia, and not somewhere else like your American Cleveland is example. Okay. I mean, I guess if you're born in Krzbekistovia, you're going to have national pride. That's all very natural. And so you wouldn't have any national pride for Cleveland. I mean, first of all, Cleveland is not a nation. It's barely a city. And so, you know, it's hardly worth mentioning, which makes you wonder, why is it mentioned in their national anthem? It's weird is what it is. You know. Chaz, this is the kind of stuff we got to have a vetting process. Like, someone's got to screen the material. Like, if you're going to go low rent and get the cheapest, like, former Soviet guy that you can find, yeah, you're going to have, like, someone just needs to go through it once and, like, clean it up and punch it up and make it good. Yeah, I mean, like, really, this, you know, honestly, I always feel bad because the American national anthem is so stupid. Now, hear me out. You're people in the audience. I'm Rem Pemberton of the Clemson Pembertons. You know I'm American true blue through and through. 100% American until the day I die. But hear me out, folks. What the frick is our national anthem about? Okay. It's about a war that you don't remember what the war was about. You only know the year that the war happened because it's in the name of the war. And our national anthem is about how during one particular battle of that war, our flag remained visible. So it's like one event about, you know, written about the visibility of one piece of our patriotic concept. And you know, the fact that it could be seen in spite of the ongoing fracas around them. I mean, it's what? Because and secondly, the tune to which our national anthem is sung is an old English drinking song. Which, like, look, I'm fine with drinking. I have no problem with drinking, as long as it's not an addiction for you, as long as you're not an alcoholic. And so, which is a fun word to say, alcoholic. Anyway, regardless, don't get mangled and mingled on these things. Yes. Moving on. We really need to move on, don't we? I'm looking at the time. We've barely begun. Because this guy was supposed to have written jokes, and I'm not seeing jokes. Oh, national anthems. Let me wrap this up. It's infuriating when I don't finish an idea, and then I listen back, and I'm like, you never finished the idea, you stoop. Because that's how I talk to myself when I listen to these later. Anyway, so what I need to finish is that business about ghosts. No, it wasn't about ghosts. It's about national anthems. I thought it was about ghosts. Ghosts aren't real. National anthems are real, and they really matter. So yeah, a tune of an old English drinking song. And here's the other thing about it is that if you've ever sung it, like playing it, if you're in a band, is not that bad. But singing it is treacherous because like it raises up a very high in relation to where it starts note wise. And so like if you drift, because here's the thing is that like uh you go flat if you're in a warm room and you're too relaxed, but you go sharp if you're in a colder room and you're nervous. And so, like, yeah. So if you go sharp, all of a sudden those high notes become borderline impossible. If you want freaking terrifying evidence of this, Carl Lewis singing the national anthem at the Rockets' red glare, like that's the part that people, oh man, you find out pretty darn quick how confident they are in their own range and in their own ability to stay on key. Like this is something you find out about everybody who sings the national anthem. Anyway, so American National Anthem, the song, I mean the song sounds nice. I'm not going to say it doesn't sound nice, but it's treacherous for singers. I'm just putting that out there, is if that's a concern to you at all. But compare us to Canada. The Canadian National Anthem is all about like, hey, we're Canadians and we like being from Canada. It's a pretty great place and we like it here. And we all feel unified by the idea that like being Canadian is a pretty sweet gig. And we got Tim Hortons up here. We got, the best poutine in North America. What more do you want? Like, yeah. So Canada's national anthem is very like, we like being from Canada and we feel good about the solidarity of feeling that. And it's like, dang, that's an idea to put forward in a national anthem, is that like, hey, in spite of all our differences, and the beauty of it is that they recently changed it, and I know that some people have issues with the change, but it used to be with glowing hearts we see the rise of the true north, proud and free from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Wait, hold on. O Canada, our true and native land, true patriot love in all, and this is what it used to be, in all thy sons command. And then some people were like, hey, what about those of us who don't identify as sons? Either because we are biologically female or because we identify as female or what have you, or non-binary or gender fluid or whatever. Like, for all the people who wouldn't be like, yes, definitely son always, how do you bring them into the national anthem? And if the change is 2 words, that still means everybody, but like more everybody than it was before, then it's a good change. Like, good for you, Canada. And the fact that they are willing, to change their national anthem, I think, like, we are not willing to change our national anthem because we are terrified of the people that we know have guns and are very beholden to how America has been. and not to the way that America could be in the future if we all decided to change yet. So, yeah. Anyway, be beautiful if we could change our national anthem. Like, keep the same tune and just have a national anthem that's like, we got a sweet place to live and we like it. And in the Olympics, it doesn't matter who you voted for in the election. We're all America and we all root for the same team. And that's kind of beautiful. And so maybe we can put aside like all the many differences that our stupid news networks try to get us all riled up about and angry at each other for, and we just pull together for a bit and be like, we're America and we're competing in the world and we're proud to see our men and women doing what they do. Like, I love it. I love it. Anyway, so yeah, moving on. All over the map tonight, as you can see. This might take until forever for me to get through all of this. We don't know. I'm still on I haven't even gotten to the jokes. I'm still hung up on the fact that I'm reading a national anthem, which, did you hear it? It was terrible. Hope we don't have to hear it again. Anyway, let's move on. And now is jokes time. Put on the seatbelt for not fall out of chair from funny laugh. And then a picture of a seatbelt, in case you didn't know what that was. Yeah, just really doesn't feel like it has that gold seal of approval kind of a feel on it, Yeah, doesn't feel like it has that. He's kind of a knucklehead, but he was Harvard educated, kind of a written by a professional vibe to it, Yeah. Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know? Maybe he downplays it. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. Well, if you didn't know, you didn't know. He didn't tell you. I mean, he and I have been out a couple of times. We had a good time. He gives me good material. We go celebrate, Anyway, I said I did on the show. I don't know why people wouldn't believe that. I did. We did. I know he's not here right now, and I will razz him about that. But I'm kind of a homebody, honestly, when I'm not doing the show. And so for me to go out with anybody, anywhere, it's kind of a big deal. So don't downplay me having a couple of beers with Braxton there. That's... that's about as good as you get from me these days. So, you sacrifice some things for the love of the game. Anyway, here we go. Are you have this problem? Is she grilling chicken breasts? It's a griddle. Those had better not be pancakes, is all I'm saying. They look, whatever they are, they look a little toasty, a little burnt, and the expression on her face is not happy. Also, crab and lobster, like why is this your decor? Are you griddling fish? Do you hate your own nose? Like, is that what's happening? I mean, I know it tastes good, but sometimes when you just, oh boy, and these sea bugs, like, oh, gross. I don't like bugs of the sea. This is disgusting. I will eat freshly caught fish. If I catch a fish, I will clean it. I will eat it. I will fry it in butter and put a little lemon on it and eat it and, be like, num, num, num. What a delishy fishy. Anyway, but sea bugs, no. So yeah, I have problem with this picture. Are stuck in black and white. Yeah, I'm seeing a theme. This lady, was she cooking parsnips, turnips, patty style hot dogs? Could you imagine a hot dog patty? I know that you're thinking, hey, isn't that what bologna is? No. Because, okay, I get it that, like, bologna is the same quality of meat as, like, a bar S hot dog. But, holy freak, like, grow up, learn that you need you need a hot dog with a decent casing. So you're going to have to go with, like, a Hebrew National. Is a good choice. You could ask the butcher to link you some, like, you get just like have it, yeah, have them made for you fresh. Anyway, you get a really nice skin on those. They plump up real good. They're real juicy, and yeah. So bologna is nothing like that. And so, yeah, bologna is a hot dog pancake in the same way that bar S hot dogs are hot dogs. It's like, you reach a certain age and not so much anymore. Anyway, have the kitchen household issues. She got like an accordion over here, and she's cutting the top off of a former slave's skull. She watched Django, and she's like, "Oh, I have one of those. I have one of those former slave skulls. Oh, my family history. Oh, it's embarrassing. We don't like to talk about it. No, we're the good ones. We don't like to talk about it. The bad ones are like, oh, we love to talk about it. The good ones are the ones that are like, mm-mm. Like, and maybe there's a reason why we cut the top off the skull. You have to tell me I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio. I just hope I don't cut my hand like he did, because that is a movie fact that everyone knows. Everybody knows it. Everyone. It is a meme in the true original sense of the term. It's an idea that has become culturally accepted and known, and is spread throughout the culture without an obvious means of transmission. I mean, the internet, but like that's not specific, because with genes that would be like saying, yeah, genetic based reproduction. It's like, yeah, but you gotta that's not it's not specific enough. Anyway, so yeah, she is doing something that's terrible. Why are we lingering on this slide? And why did I bring that up? That is terrible. That is terrible. You are, be ashamed of yourself, white guy. Think you make jokes like that. I would say it's on the slide. It's not on the slide. It doesn't say, like, make it weird. I mean, yes, that is a fact, a movie fact that everybody knows because the internet got a hold of it and they're like, "Hey, everyone's algorithm, would you like to know an awesome fact about that scene from Leonardo DiCaprio in Django Unchained?" And you're like, "Oh, I saw that movie and I haven't thought about the fact that it makes a slave out to be as bad, if not worse, than his owner," which is the same sort of thing that the same complaint that people lodged against Inglorious Bastards, is it's making Jewish people out to be as violent and terrible as the, as the Nazis they were taking revenge on. Yeah, and it's fictional, so it wasn't necessary. Not every piece of fiction is necessary. And if you don't believe me, here's a suggestion. Read any Amish romance book. Yeah, that's a whole thing. Amish people, romance. It is a whole freaking thing. Read one of those and see if that's a story that needed to be told, an idea that needed to be put out there. Like, nope. Some things you just shut up about. Like, it's okay. You don't have to talk about all the things. God. Anyway, my apologies if have offended with my stupidity tonight. Moving onward. You are stuck in American capitalist information commercial. Okay, I see what they've done. Here. They've done the old like, "Hey, are you having trouble working basic things in your kitchen? What's up with that predicament? You are stuck in an infomercial." That's what that says in regular English. Not master's degree in English. This is the informal, the part that you can't even think about putting punctuation on. It's absurd. Anyway, yeah, it's an American infomercial. You're stuck in it. There is way for escape and be back in colors. It's a total thing. This is a thing that's been done. It's been done because, like, those compilations of like, "Oh, I'm in black and white and I can't flip a burger," or whatever. Like, I can't carve a turkey, or whatever the crap. Anyway, and then like they go to color and they're like, "Oh, it's whatever it is." So obviously this is playing off of that. And it's playing off of the send-ups that have already been sent up well before this send-up was sent. Anyway, so yeah. Escape and be back in colors. Just buy the thing capitalist is selling and he will releasing you. Is simple like that, says random red-headed gentleman. Did you know that I had friends growing up who were of the very red hair and the way more freckles than this guy? And I never heard the term ginger, ever. And so when people first start talking about gingers and like, haha, gingers have no soul and stuff like that, I didn't know who they meant because I'd never heard the term. Anyway, and also he was my friend. We used to go toilet paper people's houses together. Actually, no, here's what we did. And this is freaking hilarious. We would toilet paper his house because his parents would pay him and pay him pretty well to clean it up. So they would pay him way more than they paid him to just do his regular chores. They would pay him considerably more to clean up toilet papering jobs that he did. And so, like, and we would do them in ways that weren't that bad to clean up. So yeah. Anyway, I just, because that dude was my homie back in the day, like I couldn't look at redheaded people and be like, haha, you are soulless. Yeah. Anyway, that don't make no sense. Yeah, also the girl that grew up right next door to me who like uh my mom looked after my mom looked after my next door neighbor, who was my same age, who was in my kindergarten class and stuff. My mom looked after her because she was in kindergarten the same time I was, and her mom worked and didn't get off until after kindergarten was let out. So she would come over to my house for like an hour or two every day. And yeah, I haven't thought about her in years because, like, oh, geez, cat, scare the crap out of me. Ugh. It's Leo, the kitty, who is increasingly fluffy and increasingly fun to pet. When we first rescued her, and when I say rescued, I mean took off the street because she was turning into one giant dreadlock. And she's a gorgeous kitty with long hair, but it was all matted and terrible, and it actually hurts them. Like, you could tell it hurt when she walked, that like it would pull her fur. And so like it just was really, really not a good situation for her. And so when we took her in, we had to shave her. And oh, that was very sad. Like, she was a very sad shaved kitty, you know. But now it's coming back, and it's coming back thick. Urgh. And so like she has a spot right next to the computer, and it's this rolling IKEA cart that we were gonna get rid of, and so we had rolled it out, and then Kitty's just decided, like, no, that's my way of being near you, because you can just roll it right up in between your computers, and then Kitty is accessible. And so yeah, she's in here, she's just chilling. We put a kitty bed on the top little bin, top little platform thingy of the rolling cart. And so yeah, it's kitty times up here. Anyway, so yeah, apparently that's the joke, is if you're stuck in an infomercial, just buy the thing that the infomercial is for. Not that funny. Well, let's see if it picks up. Okay. Hey Chaz, could you come here for a minute? No, I paused it. No, it's still, you still see my mic level when it's paused. Anyway, I'm kind of worried about the quality of this material. You know, like, I am a firecracker host when I have firecracker material. Like I can't just pull zingers out of thin air. I got to have something on the page to work with. I'm just not seeing it on the page tonight. Could we not ever give Braxton vacation time ever again? Like, maybe put a bed in one of the storage rooms, and we just keep him on site. I mean, he's a writer. He'd probably be pretty used to that. Pretty sure. Anyway, no, it's paused. No, this is, Okay, this is not a conversation that the audience is going to give a crap about. So if it's not paused right now, then obviously I would edit this out later. But I'm telling you, it's paused. Okay? I'm going to unpause it. I'm going to jump right back into these bits just like I was doing. And we'll just hit it and quit it. All right? Unpause now. And we're
shit.
out. Oh no, we're gonna cut the that's swearing. We're not gonna have that at the end of the show. No. No, I know it's part of their national anthem, but I'm just worried about what the FCC will have to say about it. Anyway, so yeah, good show, people. I thought we said everything we needed to say. Might have took a little bit too much time, but see, how much longer is it? Oh, wait a minute. Did I just do the whole thing when it was on pause? And then when I unpaused it, I was actually pausing it from it. Wait. And when I paused it, I was unpausing it. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. I really messed up. Okay, we're going to have to do this part again. Well, that was fun. Okay, let me just pause this again. No, this time I'm going to make sure. Okay, Chaz, this is terrible. We're going to have to redo this whole part. No, I look, I'm just going to have to go through all of these slides. Like we're just going to, just going to have to go through all of them. And we're just going to have to go through all of them and make sure. Okay. I think, I think we left off on this guy. So if we just edit in from that point where I was talking about this guy, okay, I'm going to unpause now. Just buy the thing the capitalist is selling, and he will releasing. Sorry. Let me do that one more time. We'll get it, guys. We'll get it. Don't worry. Okay. Unpause. Just buy the thing capitalist is selling, and he will releasing you. Is simple like that. I think that's the take. We'll edit this all together. Okay. Is selling suspiciously sexy workout item? Buy and he will free you. So, wait. Is the guy who wrote this, did he think that people in infomercials are like beholden to the infomercial people that are making them in black and white? And that if they buy the thing that the infomercial is for, that they then can be colorized. Oh, this better not be a callback to the meatloaf thing from last time. That was terrible. Nobody enjoyed that. I've gone back and watched it, and I'm the only one, and it sucked. It was bad. Bad stuff. Anyway, yeah. So, it colorized her life. This guy thinks that, like, people in infomercials are... wow. What is the education system in... What's the name of that place? Kurzbekistan? I don't remember. It's a weird former Soviet something. Is selling heating pants for make the weight loss? Buy and go free. That's weirdly specific. Like, okay, there are infomercials that are like, it's a kitchen gadget. Or, the infomercial types like, oh, it's kitchen stuff. Or, oh, it's stuff for your chronic pains. Or, oh, it's stuff for cleaning and organizing your house, whatnot. So there'll be these types of infomercials. But yeah, sauna pants is like, it's a whole nother, it's creating the problem that it solves. And the solution itself is problematic. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know how this guy finds the most random stuff, but I'm going to pet this kitty. The audience is going to listen to me stop and give a kitty that was a little dubious about taking her in because it would make us the owners of 4 cats. There are 4 of us. There are 4 cats. We can still play them man to man. So it's not too much. We're not full crazy cat person. Yes, if we ever have to go zone defense on kitties, then we've gone too far. Anyway, so yeah. What's next? Is selling hair in can? Buy and send to uncle who survived Chernobyl and also be free. Oh, that hair in a can can't be good. Like, I look at this and there's a smell. Like, the image of this has a smell and it's not good. It's not good. Lord knows what the actual stuff smells like, because just looking at someone spraying fake hair onto an otherwise bald scalp, there's an odor to the very idea of that. Anyway, moving onward. Is selling air-filled neck stretcher? Buy 2 and have glorious giraffe neck as free man. Is that what that even is? Like, well, it wouldn't be a neck pillow, but she's got like the remote control, so she's like watching TV doing whatever. Maybe it is neck stretching. Like, maybe it's be those African women that stretch their necks. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Anyway, is selling blanket with farty butt logo? Oh, that that is the Better Marriage blanket. The logo is a butt that is blasting a hot fart. Who has that as their company logo? It's trademarked. A butt blasting a hot fart. Now, granted, farts are hilarious. Farts are hilarious. So that's why I have such an issue with this idea, the Better Marriage blanket. Like, okay, maybe it'll protect you from Dutch ovens, which is hilarious. Like, I always knew Dutch oven from like actual cookware that like cowboys would use. Like you're making a pot of biscuits on the trail. Like, what are you hanging over the fire? It's a Dutch oven. Well, you don't hang them over the fire. You dig a hole next to the fire. You put coals down in there. And then you put the Dutch oven in there, and then you put coals on top, and you keep shoveling coals and fanning coals to make sure they stay nice and warm. And then you can make biscuits that way. Like, I've had sourdough biscuits made in Dutch ovens. I've had cobblers. I've had I don't think I've ever had a cobbler that was not made in a Dutch oven. Like it's like peach glorious freaking cobbler in a Dutch oven. That's is good. It's real good. Anyway, Dutch oven. I didn't know it was a like fart and pull the blankets over your wife's head or significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, whomever. Like, let's not, gender and identity lock this thing. Um, Anyone can fart in bed and pull the covers up over anyone. You could be a parent and do it to a child. It would be freaking hilarious. Um, Kid wake up at 3 in the morning and be like, oh my god, oh mommy, why? It's be like, did you smell that? That's why it's friggin' hilarious. Look, your eyes are bloodshot. Oh my god, I got you so good. Oh, that's a mom. This mother of the year. She blasts a hot one and then just like makes kid's eyes steam up by throwing the blanket over his head. Solid momming there. That is like, you give me one of them judge cards, I flip it right to the back. The 10.0. The 10.0 out of 10. Perfect 10. Anyway, but what? Let me read this part again. It's selling blanket with farty butt logo. Buy, but give him look that say, I worry for you as you take freedom. Okay. Yeah, so why completely and quickly absorb the odor of flatulence? Like, who is that farty? Well, I guess there might be conditions that, like, some hilarious conditions where people be like, it is every 10 minutes on the dot. You could set your watch by it. Just hot, steamy one, green cloud emanates. Anyway, yeah. You owe it to your marriage. Yeah, it would have to be pretty bad for you to really need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are gambling on how many people's marriages are being affected by, like, just rampant flatulence. I know guys who say that they've done that they've Dutch oven their wives. Like, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe them. Honestly, some of these guys, I've met their wives. Their wives would beat the crap out of them. Like, they'd be going to the battered husband shelter if they were Dutch ovening their wives. And, like, I haven't seen it, but these guys claim to have done it. Anyway, moving on. Is selling gun rack for you bed? No need to buy. You already have gun. Make free yourself. Okay. So yeah, why would they be selling you a gun rack unless you already had a gun? They're not selling the gun. You can't just sell guns on TV. I mean, unless you're a super, super cool cop show, and then you really make guns look sexy. Make gun violence look good. Make it look like the solution to all of life's little problems. And and I would just wonder, what is it about American culture that makes us more gun violent? What is it? Is it that we sexify guns? Like, have you ever held a gun? Do you have any idea how little, like, that it makes, or like, when you pull it out? Like, there is so little of that in actual gun usage. It's really not a thing. It's like picking up a paperweight. You ever pick up a paperweight? Not a heavy thing, not a big old freaking honker, but like just a decently sized, like made of plaster of Paris type paperweight. And you're like, okay, it has a small bit of heft to it, but does not make large sound when I pick it up. That's what it's like to pick up a gun in terms of sound. Anyway, but yeah. So we do sexify gun violence in America, and then we're like, why do we keep shooting ourselves? Like, yeah, anyway. Now for different type jokings. Okay, so that was it. Just have a gun and start your own freedom campaign. Show up into the boss man's office and just be like, no more. No more. I'm walking backwards out of here. You don't follow. Like, okay, we get it. Why not show that scene instead of an infomercial for gun rack on the bedside? Okay, moving on. Now for different type jokings. This make for transition to new jokings. Okay, let's hope so. Pleased to have play Kyrgyzstovian national anthem for make transition. We have to play it again? I mean, the guy's asking for it. He wrote the jokes. Let's do what he wants, I guess. Here we go.
Svolash pizdec Huey, mudak dan zoba, jibat govno, bliat.
Oh, shit. Okay, wait. Is the oh, shit guy, is he part of the national anthem? Or is it just part of the end of this recording? Like they had a British guy in the booth recording it and he, spilled something on the console or whatever and then, but still got it on tape and then just didn't snip it off the end or something. I don't know how it happens that our only recording of this anthem that is not improving with each listen, by the way. The bliat, it just really, not harmonious there, is what I want to say. Anyway, choke your chickens if you feel the need, apparently, when the Kyrgyzstovian national anthem plays. All right, we did our obligation there. Let's keep it moving. List of thing my cousin Uri notice of your America when he there one times. Okay. We're just gonna hear Kyrgyzstovians' view of our great nation. So let's find out what this is all about. Hopefully there's an interesting cultural exchange that will occur. Let's see. Number one, all American mothers are fat. Is not joke, is not like, hey, your mother is such fat that her nighttime snack cravings have effect on American capitalist commodity market. Is not joke, is true. That's that part that you're saying that it's not a joke like that. I mean, I get it. You're concerned for our mothers who have grown increasingly fat, like just day by day, just blubbity schlubbity, just picking up lbs, right, left, and center. Yeah, like our mothers are plumping up. Anyway, so but the thing about, like, if you translate it as "Yo mama's so fat," if she has a craving for a snack, it affects the commodities exchange. Like, is kind of a solid joke. Like, it's a jokey joke, but it's, count it. if it's one of those like, hey, it's snaps time. It's Fez from freaking that 70s show, and we're snapping on each other's mamas. Like, wasn't that a show on the music television? The show that could not be less about music right now. Anyway, the channel that was like, well, what do Americans really want? And the answer came back, vanity, vanity, saith the preacher. All is vanity, and vanity shall perish. That's the beginning of the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, the King James Version. You look it up. The beginning of Ecclesiastes is one of the best books in the Bible, because the preacher comes out and he's like, oh man, this vanity, this human tendency. But when he said vanity, he wasn't speaking of vanity in the way that we think of it. He was thinking of just like general worldliness and worldly mindedness. He's like, y'all are only thinking about things the here and now, like a bunch of schlubs, and the here and now is going to go away. And so, like, you're doing it wrong, saith the preacher, is what the Ecclesiastes is getting after. And, like, even now I can see the sense in that. Like, your own starfish is the only one that will gain a definite benefit from your positive choices, and and so ultimately the benefit is to you. That is the ultimate fact. So, your mom's fat. Anyway, that's what his cousin Uri noticed. I don't know what else to say. List of thing my cousin, so that's the same. Number 2. We're on number 2 of this list. Your capitalism is so much you have men on street corner give away free money. No, we don't. There's no one giving away free money on street corner. Give away free money and service. This one give you free change. Other one will disable the war veteran for you. Yeah, I say veteran like a weirdo. I don't say veteran. Like someone who acts like they care about veterans but actually doesn't. Yeah. That other one's a hypocrite is what I'm getting after. It wasn't that I just made a verbal mistake and I'm covering for it. No. I intentionally did this because I'm a loyal, patriotic American. Anyway, yeah, this is terrible. The guy thinks that, like, this is free money that he could just take, and that the other guy that you could that he is not himself a disabled veteran, but he will disable a veteran for you. That that's a bit of a gut punch there. Like I was saying, we really need to have someone. There needs to be a vetting process. This is okay. Number 3, your prostitute is prude. She ring bell like Uzbekistovian prostitute. Oh no, it's the Salvation Army lady. Oh, okay, I could see where the confusion comes in here. Let's see, what else does he have to say? But she slap face if ask for quick one. She also tell Uri he going to hell when he asks for Uzbekistovian corn dog. Is sex move is fun. I'll take your word for it. I'm going to have to look that one up. I don't know. What would be a Kurzbeck-Estovian corn dog? Huh. Weird. And she asked, what is, and he tell her, oh, that he's going to hell when he asked her for that, and he told her what it was. Okay. That makes sense. That seems like I could see this woman telling a foreigner that he's going to hell for mistaking her for a prostitute. Yeah, that seems about right. Your taxi driver is only one who speak the English clearly in way like we learn in glorious Kurzbeck-Estovian school. Oh. So the taxi driver is probably also from your neck of the woods, if I had to guess. Interesting. I always wondered where those guys were from. Let's see. Number 4. Wait, wasn't this number 4? What kind of... Chaz, do you see this? Did we pay for this? This is terrible. Man, at least Chaz numbers the slides right most of the time. Okay. Your security around nuclear materials is very easy to bypass. Also, your uranium is very rich, as make glorious Kurzbeck-Estovia a nuclear power? Did we just have an admission of an international crime? Right here, right now, on this stupid channel that nobody watches? Someone committed an international crime. There's going to be a new crazy rogue government with nuclear capabilities. Who knows how close they are to the U.S.? They might already have missile technology. We don't know. And this is just some guy's cousin? He said it was easy to bypass. Okay, that's upsetting. I wouldn't imagine there'd be any after this. I would imagine I'm wrong. Your American Pringle crisps are too many of flavors. In Kurzbeck-Estovia, we only have the boiled potato flavor. You know, I'm still hung up on the whole nuclear capability thing. I mean, it'd be one thing if they were just doing it for nuclear power, but that didn't look like... I mean, that looks like a control rod for a nuclear power plant. Or maybe the tip of a bomb. I don't know. Look, YouTube probably will make this part invisible and not happen because we're worried about our safety internationally. Because it's an an intercontinental ballistic missile with a nuclear warhead on it. Potentially. Find Kurzbeck-Estovia on a map. See how far you are from it. That'll determine how close you are to danger. Anyway, apparently they only have boiled potato flavored Pringles. I didn't even know that was a flavor, but given the fact that there's like pickle flavor in here, that's I guess nothing is too surprising. Let's see. Number 5, your American Black Guy P music band group. Oh, that's the Black Eyed Peas. Black Guy P. You know, I know that was not intentional, but that is funny. That is right up my alley. I'll tell you that much. Rem Pemberton enjoys a sweet little burn on the Black Eyed Peas because they suck. I hate them. And their music is awful, and they should feel awful for putting it into the world. Anyway, Your American Black Guy P Music Band Group is terrible. We are agreed. Whoever, cousin of Yuri, boy, we are on the same wavelength here. I tell you what, I is like war crime set to not quite music. That about sums it up, you know. I feel the same, friend. You are spot on. Let's see. Your American television have many shows clearly stolen from Krzbekistovia. I watched program based on How I Met Woman Your Mother Doesn't Know About, and it was clear ripoff. That is weird. But, yeah, if How I Met Your Mother was a ripoff of a Russian show, it would make sense for how terrible the plot is and how ultimately disappointing it is. When you meet the mother dies, and then he ends up with a one woman in the show that the show has spent years saying these two don't work out because they can't, because they are not compatible. Anyway, what a stupid show. What a waste of my life that was. That was before I got medicated. Once I got medicated, if I started a show that I was like, this is not going places that I like, then I just shut it down. Because, like, we started watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which, like, I really like the lead actress in that show. She's very funny. Saw her internet videos back when she was doing, like, the Ray Bradbury video. Like, very funny, very good. And, yeah, the fact of the matter is, like, the first couple episodes of that show, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, solid, like pretty solid, entertaining, made me want to know where the show goes from there. But eventually I'm like, I don't like where this show is going. And it didn't take very long. It was like 7-8 episodes in, and I was like, into the first season, I was like, I don't know if I like where this is going. And because I was medicated, I could finally stop. And so I turned to my wife and I was like, I'm not enjoying this episode. And she's like, I'm not enjoying this episode. It was almost done. And I was like, well, let's just finish the episode and then I'll delete the show from our queue. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And so while the rest of that episode was playing, I read the synopses for the remaining seasons of the show, for the future seasons of the show. And I'm like, oh God, that sounds terrible. Sounds like a plot line that would really be upsetting to me. And I'm glad that I didn't invest anything in the show, ultimately. And I can just move on from it. So, hooray. I'm in a better place. I'm your host, Rem Pemberton. In a better place. Better place. I can put things down. The anxiety has been dealt with. And I don't have to freak out about not finishing things that nobody gives a crap if I finish them or not. Yeah. There you go. Fix the anxiety. Number 6. Oh, again with not advancing the numbers. Your American RuPaul singing woman is beautiful. Uri is wont to bargain her father how many barrels of cured fish will make payment to marriage. Well, I have several bits of news that your cousin is gonna need to know. Yeah, I don't know. First of all, I don't know if RuPaul recognizes barrels of cured fish as payment, and not sure if she's looking for payment for marriage. And not sure if she's looking for marriage to random Kurzbekistovians. Yeah, I several bits of bad news there, buddy. RuPaul, fantastic. I had a RuPaul themed beverage just earlier this summer, and it was terrible. It did not taste good, and I drank all of it because I was like, I paid money for this. It has RuPaul's name on it, and it was during Pride Month, and my daughter just had her birthday, and it was all about Pride stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have the drink. It's a non-alcoholic drink, so don't get all weird on me. Anyway, I'm gonna have the drink based on RuPaul, and it was like a iced tea mixed with other things that, like, ultimately all of it was a very disappointing jumble of random flavors that didn't go well together, and that you tasted each separately and was disapproving of each separately, and they did not combine to form one delicious whole, or even one cohesive whole, honestly, because you taste every stage of the drink. Anyway, but yeah, I drank the whole thing because it was like, I paid like $6 for this stupid beverage, number one, and because it's like a frou-frou thing at a frou-frou stand, and yeah, at a frou-frou stand at a farmer's market. Anyway, in Washington State, so we're in frou-frou land. Anyway, I got this drink, and it was not what I wanted, and yeah, unfortunate. But I do like RuPaul. Now for different type jokings. This make for transition to new joke. Oh, we had one of these transitions before, and it was bad because we had to play this stupid. Oh, dang it. Here we go again. It's not getting any better. Let's hit it.
Svolash pizdec Huey, Mudak gandan zoba, Jibat govno bliat.
Oh, shit. Okay, is he in an echoey room? Or is there like overlapping recordings? Did it record its own recording? Anyway, sorry, I apologize for my cough. My cough is going off. Anyway, yeah, that national anthem is a real piece of work. I'll play it when he asks for it, but jeez, Melise, that's kind of a mess. Let's be honest, kind of a mess. Anyway, knock knock. Okay, Chaz. You paid a guy to give you knock knock jokes? Ugh. Knock knock. Who is? It's not even the right thing for a knock knock joke. Vladimir Putin. Is Putin on the Ritz? That right there is a joke. I see how that's funny. Okay. But wait, we're not at the end. We just did the knock knock. Who is Vladimir Putin? We got to do the Vladimir Putin who. Wait, is that a GIF? Because the owl is blinking. Wait, you got a GIF in which nothing moves but the owl's eyes blink? Wow, someone wasted so much stupid time on this. My God. What a colossal waste of time. Anyway, Putin is no joke. He invade Uzbekistan all the times. We are terrified of him. We no want to be Russia again. Obey. Oh, I feel for you, Uzbekistan. Putin is out of control lately. Like, we know that he has ties to these, like, technological attacks, these, cyber attacks on our infrastructure and whatnot, like oil pipelines and such, not elections and who's it's, you know, taking out these technological based attacks, and we know it's Putin, and Putin knows that we know it's him, and he pretends like it's like, no, I know nothing, I don't know. And we're like, we know that you know, stupid. Like, everybody who was there was on your payroll, like, verified with information that you gave us. Like, anyway. So it is stupid. It's a stupid thing. Anyway, Putin is what a problem child for the world. Now for a different type joke. Wait a minute. That was the only joke, and then you're going to a new thing. So knock knock. Who is there? Putin. Putin who? Putin is no joke. He's serious, like gonna take you over. That's not really a joke. That's like a knock knock structure to a sad truth about the world. Okay. Oh, this is going to have another, like, play me the anthem, isn't it? Oh. Oh, man. My ears can't handle this.
Svolač pizdec Huey, mudak gandan zoba, jibat говно, блядь.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm just going to believe that that is 100% part of the national anthem. Like, how could it not be at this point? Is might be from Uzbekistan if do this thing. Is this going to be a you might be a redneck if, but Uzbekistavians? How much of our audience is in Uzbekistan? Like, it's got to be practically none. Like, I guarantee the guy who wrote these jokes isn't even going to watch them. He's like, yeah, I wrote it. Why would I watch it? That would be so selfish. It'd be like the guy who hosts this thing going back and watching it. Like, why would he? That's just sniffing your own farts. And there's a blanket that'll help you to not do that anymore. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to do this knockoff redneck thing. Is might be from Uzbekistan if do this thing. If have only two food groups, potato and boiled goat face. Okay. You know, jokes are supposed to be relatable. This is not relatable at all. Boiled goat face. That picture, like this one, I just look into its one crooked eyeball and I'm like, oh, the horror. Okay, is might be from Uzbekistan if do this thing. If know where is body of foreign journalists who ask too much question. Oh, buddy, come on. Broseph, no. If secretly want to steal hat from glorious leader, but will not do it because fear machine gun bullets to face. Oh, that's even in the national anthem. Like, if you steal the hat, you become the leader, but nobody wants to steal the hat because they're going to get shot in the face. Man, I get it. If leave job at butt plug factory is number one Uzbekistovian export by make the boss sit on product. Oh, that's one way to make your point. That boy, I mean, David Allen Coe would have been like, that is entirely too literal. When I wrote that song, I did not think people would actually get to shoving things. I mean, come on. Anyway, if child cannot remember all 143 letters in alphabet but can field strip AK-47, oh, every part of that makes me sad. I don't know how to feel except for sad. Is this comedy? Are we comedying? Is this going down and making laughs from anybody? Because if we get laughs, it's worth it. All of the child soldiers who are probably dead now. Hooray! Oh, God. If down to last potato and choose to make vodka instead of make dinner. Okay, well, looks like you made a pretty decent vodka. I mean, it's not like homemade hooch out of a mason jar, so that's not bad. You got a label, you got a bottle. And even if this is another bottle with its own label and you're just reusing it for your own stuff, you're putting it in a bottle. So good on you is what I'm saying. You should have dinner though. You know, just straight vodka, no dinner. That's looking for trouble later on. Let's see. Is have fancy color TV even though state channel is black and white only? Oh no. This better not be a reference to Meatloaf. Colorize my life. I'm so sick of black and white. Why are we making Meatloaf references right now? We know how this went when we were referencing Meatloaf and it didn't go that well. We're like, oh boy. I mean, maybe it was that we were putting it into charts, but it was not a good time, is what I'm saying. So let's, enough with the references to colorize my life. I'm so sick of black and white. Okay, moving on. If all of sister have go on date with 1988 Olympic gypsy toss, is that an Olympic sport? I mean, skateboarding's a sport now, so okay, it's 88. I mean, I guess maybe. If all of sister have go on date with 1988 Olympic gypsy toss bronze medal man Yuri Glagnikov, glorious leader, make him rule that no girl can say no to him because he is glory of nation. So girls have to date him as a matter of principle. Like, they can't say no to him if he's inside Uzbekistovia asking a Uzbekistovian. If they are true to the nation, if he's like, hey, you want to go on a date? And they're like, not really, because you're getting on in years. Your glory days were back in the late 80s. And it'd be like, no, you still have to. You can't say no because that's the law. That's what glorious leader has decided. So, yeah, not... Anyway, is might be from Uzbekistovia if do this thing. If have friend who pretend to be Yuri Glagnikov, I know what it says. Yuri Glagnikov to get date. Who you think you are tricking, Jopa? Yeah, that is definitely not the guy. Like, that's the guy. You're not the guy. The guy, not the guy. You see how that works? Everybody knows that. Okay. Is Olive funny? That's it? That's all you wrote? Is an hour and 45 minutes? That is terrible. This is terrible. Braxton would have had this 3 times as long. Anyway, we got to wrap this up because bad awaits. You see, is good comedy jokes like Brixley White Person make for you. Oh, Braxton White Guy. I think we have a name change for you. Brixley White Person. Anyway, please have manager to send 300 Rufios to Secure Bank account or same amount in fresh slaughtered goat face. Okay, that's not something I have to do. Chaz, that batter up on you. You make sure that gets done. This program was made possible by the Igneous and Gertruldina Buttcomer Foundation and by viewers like you, with promotional considerations provided by Ralph Morgan's Extra Strangly Snakes, the Lonely Ass Librarians Guild, Grandpappy True Reels, Foul-Smelling Balms and Gruels, and the one and only True God. This program have been direct and performed by... Wait, did he rewrite the credits? We're supposed to just zip through these and be done. Ugh, now I have to actually try with this crap grammar he's got. Okay. This program have been direct and performed by Gremgrun of the Underton Gruns. What? That doesn't make any sense. My God, that's not even close to my name. Sounds like a fantasy character. Let's see. Written this week by #1 Uzbekistovian comedy joke man, Yuri Yurigrev. So that's the guy's name that wrote all these jokes. All right, well, I don't know who to blame, I guess. He cannot show face with new government in power. What did he do? He was the pride of the nation, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's weird. Theme song by the Out of Singers. Yeah, that's same group every week. A presentation of Is Okay Can Still Go to Work Badger Productions. No, you can't go to work if you're... That, first of all, that's day drinking, and second, like, it's a bad idea all around. What are you doing? Anyway, is owned by capitalist pig corporation, which is oiled by blood of workers. Oh, that's really... All right, sorry for you guys that your original text is gone. I don't know what to tell you. Just read what we got here. Anyway, Lawful Asset Holdings Incorporated, at least I can get that out right, is part of the secret capitalist plot to dominate the world. What? I don't see that. Anyway, the Blaine Group. And My Beloved Communism. Yeah, clearly our writer was big fan of the commune. Anyway, not dead yet, because, well, I mean, we had our writer this time around. Interesting gentleman, had some ideas, definitely. That's he's a weird guy. Not getting around that, but we made it. We made it through a week, an entirely too long of an episode, but that's it for this one, people. That is it. Let's just, one more time in honor of Yuri Yurigrev, I think was his name. in honor of our friend there, let's play that national anthem one more time.
Svolash pizdec Huey, Mudak gandan zoba, Yibat govno bliat.
Oh, shit. Anyway, that's it for this week. We'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.